Good evening, everybody. It is Valencia Jackson here, and first of all, I just want to say hello to all of the awesome and amazing moms here that are a part of the Moms Who Rise group. And I also would like to take this time to thank Shadia, Dr. Edwards. Thank you so much for allowing me to share in your platform. I really do appreciate that. I can't thank you enough. I saw that you just joined, so tonight, as you can see, I'm going to be, hi, Dr. Edwards. Thank you again for sharing your platform with me, allowing me to come in and to just share some nuggets with all of the other moms. So good evening, everybody. I'm not sure where you are tuning in from. But it is the East Coast where I am, and it's 10 o'clock, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'm not sure where you are, but hello and welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, the title of this is Take These Three Things, and definitely these three things are going to be able to help you stay stylish as a busy mom, and we all know that that can be a challenge most of the time. So I hope that these three things that I'm going to share with you are definitely going to be able to help you tackle that moving forward. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is organization. A lot of times when I meet with clients, oh, well, you know what? I didn't even introduce myself. Again, my name is Valencia. I am a personal style consultant, and I help women stay stylish while navigating their busy schedules. So when you think of women, you think of moms, you think of, whatever your profession may be, it doesn't matter. Women do it all, right? And 9 times out of 10, we are all extremely busy. It doesn't matter if you are a stay-at-home mother or if you are someone, who works in corporate America or something like that. As women, we wear many different hats, and we are always being pushed and pulled in so many different directions. And so I definitely wanted to take the time just to introduce myself before I give you any of these tips. You're probably like, well, who is she to be giving me these tips? She didn't introduce herself. But anywho, so like I was saying, the first tip is absolutely organization. And as a woman, as a mother, we all know that that is the key to many different areas and aspects of our life. But when I sit and I meet with clients and we talk about taking their personal style to the next level, a lot of times their assumption is something to do with money or maybe the type of clothing that they buy. But a lot of it is other things that really you would never ever think about until you actually sat and met with someone in my industry or someone that does what I do. And so organization is key. It is so key when it comes to you staying stylish as a busy woman and as a busy mother. And organization can be broken down into two things. The first thing with organization is, and if you see me looking down, it's because I just wrote out some notes. So that's why you'll probably see my head going up and down. So the first thing to organization is pretty much getting a clear understanding of what it is that you own. So to do that, you need to actually go into your closet, go into your dresser drawers, and really begin to understand what it is that you have. While you are doing that, you absolutely should be taking note of what you have, and you need to begin to organize things. You need to begin to put things in categories, because here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, you're getting up every day, shuffling around, trying to figure out where your black pants are, where your white shirt is, where your blue dress may be. You have no organization when it comes to your wardrobe and where your clothes are. And that is the number one thing that can cause just a complete mess in the morning of you trying to, absolutely figure out, what am I going to wear today? If you don't know what you own and if you don't know where your things are, you're never going to be able to have efficient mornings. It's just not going to happen. So you have to begin to just go through everything in your wardrobe, understand what it is that you have, and also take the opportunity to recognize what you don't have, and then place things in specific order. create certain sections in your closet that are designated to certain things. You have a section that holds all of your dresses. You have a section that holds all of your bottoms. You have a section, that holds all of your shoes. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can micro categorize each of those things. So in your dress section, you can have your summer dresses to the left, and then you can have all of your other dresses to the right. In your pants section, you can have your dressier pants to the right and your jeans to the left. It's very important for you to get completely organized in your wardrobe so that when you are getting up in the morning, you know exactly where everything is. You are not questioning. You're not like this, like, okay, wait, I pulling out this drawer. I thought I had that. Okay, I'm in my closet. I'm searching through. I thought I had that. So organization is going to absolutely alleviate a lot of the frustration and the tension with you getting dressed day to day. The second part to organizing your wardrobe is to continue to have that organization over time. Dr. Edwards, you're following me on Instagram. I'm not sure if any of the other mothers are. Shameless plug. You can follow me at The Style Educator. But every Sunday, I share a post that reminds people to get ready for the week. Because what happens is if you don't get ready for the week, again, you are going to just kind of go about every single morning and every single day, just like, okay, what am I going to wear today? So on Sundays, Sundays are meant for a lot of different things. For me, organization is a big thing, and I feel like Sunday is a perfect day to do that. Sundays, you can look at your week ahead, see what it is that you have coming up that week, and really begin to sit back and say, you know what, I have a meeting for the kids, or I have a meeting with this person, or I have to do this for work. So Sunday, you sit there and you think about everything that you have coming ahead, and you plan out your outfits accordingly. You take the time to really sit back and say, you know what, I have this very important meeting, and this is how I want to show up. This is how I want to look. And you begin to pull together your outfit to display what it is that you want to show. The other thing with that is you're able to physically look at it. I always say not only should you be preparing your wardrobe, preparing it is not only pulling it together, but it's also putting everything on and looking at yourself in the mirror, making sure that everything fits you, making sure that everything is comfortable. The last thing you want to do is pull the outfit together, put it away, and then Monday or Tuesday morning comes, you put it on and something's wrong. Maybe, your shirt or something doesn't fit right. So now what are you going to do? You're in a pinch. You're trying to figure out really quickly what do you want to wear. Or a pair of pants that you used to could fit, 3-4 weeks ago, now all of a sudden they don't fit you very well. So again, you're back in square one of trying to figure out what it is that you have on. So not only should you be taking the time to pull together your outfits according to how you want to show up for each and everything that you have coming up that week, but you want to take the time to put it on and make sure it's visually appealing, and ultimately make sure it's something that you like, something that you're going to be comfortable in. So that is the second part to being organized. The second thing that you actually need to do to stay stylish as a busy mom is you need preparation. So, not only is organization key, preparation is key. You know what I mean? And again, it goes back to creating your outfits in advance, making sure that even if the whole Sunday idea is a really big deal, it could seem very overwhelming. You're probably sitting there saying, well, Valencia, I don't even prepare my outfits now. You want me to go from not preparing my outfits to spending or taking time to prepare my outfits for the next 5 days? That's a bit much. So this is what I tell people. Remember when you were a kid growing up, I don't know about you, but I know about me, the night before my mother would get my outfits ready. And hey, we're talking about moms, right? A lot of us take time to get our kids' outfits ready the night before, but we don't do that for ourselves. Why do we get our kids' outfits ready? To save us time. So we essentially need to be doing the same thing for ourselves. We need to be preparing ourselves the same way that we are preparing our children. Now, if you don't prepare your children's clothing the night before, then that's something that you should start doing as well. Not only for your child, but for yourself. Because again, this is going to eliminate you getting up in the morning, spending the extra time to sit there and try to figure out what it is that what it is that you're going to wear. Again, referring back to Instagram, I posted today that a lot of people and women in general, we use the excuse of not having enough time as the reason why we don't, put our outfits together. And it's all about time management. It's all about the organizational piece. It's all about the preparation. All of those things are important. It's not that you don't have the time. It's more about your perspective and how you're looking at making sure that you get yourself ready so you don't, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That is one of my staple things that I love to say all of the time, is that you have the time. You just need to be organized. You just need to prepare yourself. So again, if Sunday is too much, if you're just like, listen, I can't even wrap my brain around getting my outfits ready for the next 7 days because I am just not interested in it that much, at least try to do it the night before. Again, it is going to help you save a lot of time in the morning, and ultimately, again, it's going to help you stay stylish, because at the end of the day, we're mothers. We are the representation of our children, of our household, and our image is everything. It's not about being shallow-minded. It's not about how much money we spend. It's not about labels or having like the most expensive or designer piece to put on. Ultimately, we live in a world, unfortunately, where we are judged on the outside first before we introduce ourselves, before we say anything. And so with that being said, we are the representation of our family. But here's the catch. There was a woman that commented today and said to me that, it's it bothers her that when she's at school, and I don't know if she's in the industry I'm in, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, she mentioned that when she's at her son's school, it bothers her that she sees parents showing up to the school dressed in their pajamas and dressed in their headscarves, and they're actually there meeting with the teachers. And, like I said to her, besides the fact that we're judged on the outside, in the world, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's just not the case. As human beings, we are just visually inclined. We're just visual beings. We can't help it. But the flip side to that is, our kids are looking at us first, right? So this is a mom's group, a mother's group. Our children look at us for every single thing. We are their first everything. They see us before they see or do anything else, and we are ultimately the example for them. And I could recall growing up, my mother, and I shared this story somewhere else, but I'm gonna share it with you guys, that my mother was a police officer growing up. And one of the things that I remember growing up was that whenever she wasn't working, I would sit there and I would watch her get dressed. And I mean dressed to the nines. I'm not talking about this woman just got dressed. Even to this day, she has a makeup vanity in her room. Not very people have those, but my sons like us to be fully dressed when we come to school. Right. As he should. And so, I watched her get herself dressed every day. At that time, I really didn't understand the seed that she was planting until I got older, because she set an example. It didn't matter that she was in a uniform, because that's another thing. A lot of, depending on what career you're in or what industry or where you work, you may even wear a uniform every day. But again, she never allowed that to be just the end all be all to the way that she dressed herself. She absolutely had two different wardrobes. She had ultimately her professional wardrobe, which in her case was a uniform because she was a police officer. But then she had her personal wardrobe, which showed who she was as an individual. And so that's the other thing. If you don't do it for yourself, at least do it for your children, because you are a mother, to set an example for them. It is very important that they take pride in themselves in the way that they dress. So far we have organization as the first one. We have preparation as the second one. And then the third thing that, you need to do to stay stylish as a busy mom is you absolutely have to have a plan. You have to be strategic, right? Because as a mother, we're paying bills, We're looking, for ways to budget and to save money and save time, right? But a lot of times we're going in the store and we have no idea what we should and shouldn't be buying for ourselves, right? We're just in there, we're roaming around, we see a couple of different things on the mannequins or on the racks, whatever may be the latest thing out, it looks good. Or you're going to the sale rack and you're just shopping the sale rack. So here's the problem. First of all, whenever you step foot in the store, you have to understand that it's like stepping into the lion's den because all of the sales associates are trained to sell. Please do not underestimate what they are there for. They are on a commission-based situation. So therefore, you walking in the door, not knowing what you're looking for or what you need, their antennas are up. They know exactly how to work you and get you into buying the most expensive thing that doesn't even look good on your body. It does not complement your skin tone. It has nothing to do with your personality, your lifestyle, or even where you're going or what you were in there shopping for in the first place. And so you have to know what it is that you want. You have to know why you are in there so that you don't get taken advantage of and you don't spend unnecessary money on something that you don't need. Now, let's flip it to the sales rack. Nothing wrong with a sale. I'm all for a sale. Being a style, consultant, I am always going to make sure my clients get the best deal. But you have to be careful going to the sale rack because, again, the sale rack 9 times out of 10 is everything in the store that is marked down, meaning that it's just the leftover pickings of whatever. Let's be clear. Is there something in those pickings that can work for you? Absolutely. But you have to know what it is that you want. If you're just going to the pickings and you're just searching through, looking at the tag saying, oh, this was originally $50, but now it's $25, I'm going to get it. Again, does that match your personality? Is it something that's going to accentuate your body type? Is it something that's going to complement your skin tone? Is it something that's age appropriate for you? Is it something that goes well with your personality and your lifestyle? You have to know what works for you and what it is that you need and don't need when you are stepping foot in these stores. And that's where having a plan and having a strategy comes into place. Yesterday, I did a live video on my Facebook page, The Style Educator, and I spoke about wardrobe planning. And I gave the theory of a recipe. So we're all moms, right? We all cook. Some of us can cook from scratch. Others of us need recipes. But let's just think about a recipe of someone in your family. Maybe it's your grandmother's famous pie, right? Okay, you have to go to grandma and you have to get the actual recipe. What do? You write the recipe down, right? After you write the recipe down, what is your next step? You go into your pantry, you go into your refrigerator, and you look and see, okay, I need milk, I got milk. Okay, I need eggs. Okay, no, I need eggs. Okay, do I need butter? You are actually know what it is that you need before you step foot in the grocery store. Ultimately, wardrobe shopping is the same exact concept. You have to know what it is you need before you step foot in the store. And so with that being said, I created the wardrobe must-have checklist. The reason that I created this list is for everything that I just told you, plus the fact that people are just roaming around and they don't know what they're buying. They don't know what they need. You have to have a wardrobe foundation, number one. Number two, if you want to save money, if you want to save time, you have to know exactly what it is that you need. So you have to be very strategic about shopping for your wardrobe and what it is that you are buying. There is a link attached to this video. I know that Dr. Edwards shared it in the previous post, but the link is attached to this video. So if you would like to download that list, you are more than welcome to. It doesn't cost you a thing. All it asks you for is to provide your email because it is a downloadable. Download it. And the interesting thing, too, is I went a step ahead. As you can see, I just gave you the recipe analogy. I'm very big on giving examples and giving fashion and style tips in layman's terms. You know, I feel like there's so much noise out there in the fashion world and in the magazines and on television and entertainment that it just kind of gets intimidating, and it's almost like you don't even really know who you are or how you're supposed to look. And for me, I give very lame terms, cut and dry things that you can really apply. So get the list. There is a case study, if you will, or an analogy on how you need to use the list. It's not just a list that you can just check, and that's it. It gives you a greater understanding of how to use the list and how you can use it for yourself. It's for any woman. It doesn't matter if you are petite. It doesn't matter if you are full figured. It doesn't matter if you're short, tall. It doesn't matter, what your lifestyle or what your job is. And Miss Olga it's so hard for me to shop. I don't find things that fit correctly. Right. So I can answer that for you. Number one, Olga, make sure you click the link in the bio. Attached to the video so that I can send you the checklist. And again, once you get it, it's going to give you a whole case study on exactly how you can begin to become a smart shopper. Now, in addition to that, whenever you are going shopping, you have to try everything on. You have to. It's going to kind of be one of those things where you have to kind of test the waters a bit. You have to go to different stores. You have to try different brands until you find those stores or those brands that are going to fit you. And once you do, you just stick with it. So let's just say, for example, I can actually just use myself. So I'm tall, I have very long legs, and I am what you would consider to be a pear shape. So that means that the top portion of my body is very small, while the bottom portion of my body is wide. So with that, along with my height, it can be challenging for me to find jeans. And so I remember trying on, oh my goodness, just jeans everywhere. And I can tell you right now, I cannot shop at a TJ Maxx, a Marshalls, or any of those stores to buy jeans because it never works for me. I have to go to an actual department store. A department store gives me more variety. So those are the first things you have to do. So it is going to be, again, a little bit of give and take as far as you finding the right place and then ultimately the right brand. So the second fold to that is I remember being in JCPenney's one day and I saw the Kardashian collection. I have my theory with the Kardashians. However, I remember sitting saying, okay, well, let me just check this out and see what's going on. This was a couple of years ago. And I noticed that their brand of clothing is significant to each of the sisters. So you have Kim, Khloe, and Kardashian, and Kim, Khloe, and what's the other sister? Kourtney. And so I thought about it for a minute. I said, that's pretty interesting. What does that mean? Ultimately, those three sisters are three different body types. So it initially clicked in my head and said, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. They're creating the same type of clothing, but they're making it, their pieces are constructed to each of the sisters' body types because they do represent three different body types. So I immediately resonated with Khloe. Khloe's tall. She's tall. She has the same shape as me. And I immediately went for the Khloe jeans. Fit me perfectly. I wear the same brand for the past however many years. I will say that Old Navy works for me as well. So again, Miss Olga, you have to give yourself a chance and kind of just have a little bit more patience with it and just take your time and just keep testing the water. Once you figure out exactly what store and what brands work for you, stick with it. If you want, if you wanted more help on that as far as like determining your body type, because that has a lot to do with it as well, as far as fit. A lot of people refer to fit as the number of clothing. And just to add to that, you guys have to understand that a lot of our clothing is not produced in the United States. It is produced abroad, overseas. With these large clothing factories, they do not have a one-size-fit-all size chart. So whenever these clothes are created, a size 2 at Walmart can be a different size 2 at JCPenney because, again, each clothing factory that is manufacturing our clothes, they do not follow the same clothing chart. So whenever you think about fit, don't necessarily always focus so much on the number when you're picking up your clothing, because the number is really not that significant. It's more about how the clothing actually fits on you. So that's why going into the dressing room and trying everything on is very, very, very important. I know it takes extra time, but it's extremely, extremely important. The other thing to that too is, if the size is an issue, if seeing the number bothers you, I always just tell people just cut it out. Again, the other thing too is try a size. So let's just say if you wore a 10, I always recommend getting an 8, or so you get an 8, the size you think you are, which is a 10, and then a 12. Or depending on how it looks, you can kind of hold it up and kind of see if it runs large or if it runs small. Go from there. I always recommend getting 3 sizes before you go into the dressing room. That way you can try them on and see. And what I like to do is I like to go from the biggest size up. So let's just say you got the 8, you got the 10, and you have the 12. Start with the 12 and work your way down. It's a mental thing. It's almost like you kind of have to play like a mental game with yourself. But again, don't really focus so much on the actual number. You do want to focus more on how the clothes are fitting you, making sure that they fit. They're not too big, they're not too small, and making sure that they're comfortable and they look good on your body. So I hope that helped you, Olga, in terms of getting some kind of understanding of getting to a place where you can begin to buy clothes that fit you. But again, on a more deeper in-depth level, you might need to discover your body type, because again, that plays a very, very, very large role in regard to the types of clothing that you're buying too. So that's another thing. So if you were interested in something like that, I would definitely be more than happy to help you. I do work with people virtually. You do not have to be where I am. Let's see, she doesn't exclude body type. Right, yeah, I talk about all body types, everybody. It doesn't matter what your body type is. One thing that helped me was your newsletter on shirts for different upper body. Yes, absolutely. So again, if any of you guys are interested in joining the mailing list, you can use that same link in the bio. So I'm going to recap the 3 things before I close. So again, the first thing is your organization. Take some time, find some time. I know you're busy. We're all busy moms. We're all just super duper duper busy. Take some time. Invite over one of your trusty friends, one of your good girlfriends, someone that's not going to tell you, yeah, keep that. I mean, invite someone over that you respect their opinion, and just go through everything you own. I mean, just turn on some music, just let it all, go through every single piece of clothing that you own and scan it, go through it, look at it, see if it's in good quality, see if it's something that you can actually fit, see, if it's something that even you would wear today as the person that you are. Begin to get rid of things that you don't need, that no longer serve you. If it doesn't fit you, if it's stained, if it's something not worth getting fixed or tailored, get rid of it, and then take the time to organize everything back into your closet and back into your wardrobe neatly. Again, you can categorize everything. Categorize your bottoms, categorize your tops, categorize everything so that you are able to find it. If you are not in a position or you don't feel comfortable hiring someone to do this, please, it is very, very, very vital and very essential for you to stay stylish as a busy mom by doing this, by organizing your wardrobe. The second key is preparation. Taking the time out to either take one day, which is a Sunday, as I recommended, to prepare all of your outfits for the week ahead. If that's too much, if that's too abrasive and you're like, whoa, hold up, then do it the night before. Prepare your wardrobe the night before you go to bed, Get everything out, try everything on, look at yourself in the mirror, make sure the outfit looks as good as it does laid out on the bed on you. Make sure, you turn to your right, you turn to your left, you look at it, you make sure everything just falls on you right. You know, because again, you don't want to wake up that morning after you've laid the outfit out and now all of a sudden something's off. You know, the pants don't fit you the way that they used to, or there's a stain or something that you didn't see, or it's hugging really tight on a part of your body that you don't want people to see or you're not comfortable with, or it may even be too big. So take the time to actually prepare your outfits, and then put them away neatly. You know, put them somewhere in your closet. I recommend going to Walmart or Target or any other store that has like organizational things and buying a clothing rack and then hanging everything up like that. Pull it. I mean, I'm talking about pull it all out. Pull out your accessories if you want to wear them. Pull everything out. Your shoes, everything. Pull everything out. Put it all together and line it all up. And then lastly, the third thing was having a strategic plan when it comes to actually shopping for your wardrobe. You know, wardrobe planning is so important. Again, you have to know what it is that you want so that when you walk into the store, you are not being eaten up by the sales representatives that are there because they're commission based. They're there to make a sale. They're there to make money. They do not care about your personal individual style. They do not care you know, if it does not complement your body type, your skin tone. They do not care if it is age appropriate for you. So it's very important for you to know exactly what it is that you need so that you can stay on target with your budget if you have one. No matter what your budget is, I don't care how much money you make, we all should have a budget. And you can, you know, save time so you're not in the stores all day. You walk in, you walk out. Again, my recipe theory is the same thing when it comes to wardrobe. Whenever you have a recipe, you have certain ingredients that you need. You go into your refrigerator, you go into your pantry, you go into your cabinets and you're looking for the sugar and the eggs and you see what you have and what you don't have. Your wardrobe is the same exact way. You're going in there, seeing what you have and what you don't have. While you do your organization of your closet and your wardrobe, you may notice, oh my goodness, I really don't have a lot of tops. You write that down. Or, oh my goodness, I really don't own good quality pair of jeans, or I don't own a pair of good quality black pumps or nude flats that I could wear with different things. Those are things that you're going to write down. So when you hit the store, whether you store that list in your phone or on a piece of paper, and you're in there and you know, oh, okay, today I need to go buy those nude pumps, you're going to be on a mission. The salesperson is going to be able to pick up and say, oh, no, she knows exactly what she wants. Then they're going to bring you that. Hey, Miss Jackson, we have these new pumps. And you make your choices. Not, oh, hey, Miss Jackson, we have that new snakeskin such and such and such in stock. You should get it. It's the late. No, I already know what I'm here for. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm on target. I'm on task. You get in. You get your new pumps. You pay your money and you are out of the store. You may even spend 20 minutes, if that. So again, that time management thing is very important, and knowing what it is that you want. And if you would like to have an actual list, the link is attached to this. And again, there is a case study attached to that so you can really understand the purpose of the list and how it is to best serve you. So I'm just going to open it up for a minute. If there is anybody on that may have any additional questions for me, I would love to take this time to answer those questions for anyone. Let's see. Oh, that's so true. I even color coordinate. Right. Absolutely. So you are ahead of the game. A lot of people don't even want to, color coordinate, but that's great. The more organized you get, the better it is for you. Initially, like I said, it may seem like a lot because that's just not something that you feel is necessary at the moment. Hopefully, listening to this video will definitely help your perspective on getting organized and understanding how important it is to you in your life. And you can just get more and more in depth as you go on. But just to start out in the beginning, just get everything organized so you know where it is. So you're not shuffling through your, in the morning, you're not like this in your closet saying, oh my goodness, I thought I had that. Where is it? Oh, I can't find it. You're shuffling, pulling out your drawers and you thought you had that. You can't find that. Again, that is wasting time and you know the clock is ticking, and all of a sudden you woke up at 7 o'clock and now it's 8:30, and you're like, oh my goodness, I was supposed to leave and go bring the kids to school now. So you just throw anything on that you could find. And that's exactly how it happens. It happens so simple that, you know, it's normal. People just say, well, I don't understand. It's just little small things that have to be done. Again, as I stated in the beginning, when I meet with clients, a lot of times they think that it has everything to do with how much money they have or don't have in regard to getting a better wardrobe or developing their style, when it's just a lot of the other things. It's just the organizational piece. It's just the preparation. It's just all of these other, the planning that is missing. So, great info. Thank you, Dr. Edwards. Thank you so much. Closet organization is important. Yes, it is. It makes it easier. Absolutely. There you have it. Yolandra said it. It is vital. It will absolutely change your life. Again, I don't know. I know that a lot of the moms, you guys are from different places. If you're not comfortable having someone come in your home, absolutely, please take a day. Please make some time out to do that. Invite one of your friends over. If you have to get on YouTube, and, you know, look and kind of get some ideas from there. But if you just say, you know, Valencia, I am really, 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 really busy, go ahead. It's worth the investment to hire a professional. It is worth it. They can come in. They can do the closet edit and organization for you. Boom, bam, it's done. And all you have to do now is just start the preparation process. You can leave the organization process up to someone else, and then all you have to do is stay organized and prepared moving forward. Meaning that you're just now going to okay, I'm going to prepare my outfits. That's it. So it's completely up to you. I loved your newsletter on using what you have in your own closet. Right. And another thing, too, with that, Dr. Edwards, is a lot of times we think that we have to go out and buy new clothing. We don't even know what we own. You know, a lot of clients that I work with, they don't know what they own. One of the first things we do is a closet organization. I am not going to hit a store for a client until I know what you have. And we're pulling things out and they're looking at me and it has tags on it. Or, you know, they're saying, oh, I forgot I had that. I didn't even know I had that. Oh, my goodness, I can't believe, I knew it. Because you everything is all over the place. You have no idea what you own because it just all becomes a big, you know, a snowball of clothing. And you don't even know. You tuck this in this drawer. You put this under the bed and in a storage bin, or you have, you know, storage in your basement or wherever, however, or something gets pushed to the back of the closet. You know, you have no idea what it is that you own. And so once you go through the closet organization, you're aware of what you have. And 9 times out of 10, you may just need a few more things, very small, very, you know, few, and then you go from there. But you definitely don't just keep going out shopping and shopping and shopping and shopping and shopping, and you have no idea what it is that you have, because you probably have more than enough in your closet already. And the other thing, too, is it's always going to be quality over quantity. It's not about just having a whole bunch of clothes. It's just about having that foundation of the right things, and it will take you a long way. Putting clothes together that you already have. Right. Putting clothes together that you already own. And the crazy thing is sometimes all you may need is some accessories. You may need, you know, a pair of shoes or a nice bag, you know, something that's neutral that you're going to be able to wear. You may not need any clothing. It just depends, but you won't know that until you go through the organizational piece. So I'm just looking here to see if there's any other questions. Let's see. I don't have a time because I'm on my phone. Well, if there aren't any other questions, again, I just want to thank you, Dr. Edwards, for opening up your platform to me And I want to thank all of the moms who have tuned in. And to those of you that are going to catch my replay, I hope that this information provided some value for you. I hope that it helped change your perspective about being stylish. You know, as a busy mom, we deserve it. We are moms. We do everything. Oftentimes we put ourselves on the back burners because we are caring for our children and everyone else. And sometimes we do kind of slip away and forget to just do those simple things for us, whether if it's getting our hair done, whether if it's getting our nails done, or buying ourselves an outfit. And I'm here to tell you, if you didn't know, that it is okay to do those things for yourself, because you are a representation of yourself as well as your children, and your children are absolutely watching you. And again, if you want to grab the list, please do. The link is attached to this video. If you are on Facebook, you can absolutely connect with me. And if you are on Instagram, you can connect with me on Instagram at The Style Educator. And listen, I hope you guys have a great evening, a great day. I don't know where you are tuning in from, but it was a pleasure to speak with you guys and to share these tips with you. And I hope that you come and you join me, and I'm able to continue to just share tips with you, and to help you just stay and look good. You know, as women, we have to do that. So it was my pleasure, you guys. You guys take care.